Okay, so we'll tell another story. I've been asked, I've been asked to tell this story, and I've had to think through it and what's the right way to tell it, to explain what happened, but not come across as a bunch of hoodlums. So basically, when we were in our late teens, early 20s, all of us guys, there's a bunch of us, but a lot of times four of us rode around, goofed off, and sometimes we would get our favorite beverage, have a sober designated driver, and we'd ride around in a car, truck, and go to different dealerships and look at sports cars or Chevy trucks or whatever, just being kids dreaming. We're all broke, but we kept looking at these nice vehicles like someday we could afford one. So we are riding with probably my best friend. He's passed now, God bless him, but Jeff Bradley, he's driving, and we're in his Honda Accord, and we all ride to Fayetteville to a car dealership, and we're going to go look at Z28s and Z71s. So we get out, we're walking around, and it's me, Jeff, Tommy Spoon, Stacy Hudson, and Stacy, Lord knows, is the reason this story gets told. I think somebody else is with us, but whatever. So we get out, we're walking around the dealership, we're looking at these different vehicles, and we're complaining like, I can't believe they want $35,000 for a Z71, or this Z28's $32,000, whatever. As we're walking around the dealership, they had evidently gotten a delivery of white Chevy Astro vans, the little small vans that were like work vans. So we're just walking, don't think anything about it, and we're not all four together. We're kind of split up a little bit, but we're walking in a general group towards one direction. And all of a sudden, we hear Stacy Hudson go, "Hey guys, you ain't gonna believe this." And we're like, what? Door opens up on one of the Astro vans. They had left the keys in the doors of these vans. So Stacy takes his t-shirt, uses it to keep his hand from touching any of the metal, opens the door up on the Chevy van, takes the key in his hand, wrapped with his t-shirt, puts it in the ignition, cranks it up, and we are floored. I mean, the rest of the group, our mouths are dropped. We're like, what? So Stacy gets in this vehicle, cranks it up. He doesn't grab the steering wheel. We see him, he pushes his fist up against the steering wheel to maintain pressure. Puts his foot to the floor, it just hits the gear, the automatic transmission lever, knocks it down in drive. Little van takes off, squalling tires, and he's driving around this dealership laughing, making laps around this dealership. And we are laughing in the beginning, and it doesn't take us but about 30 seconds to go, this isn't right. We should not be doing this. So then we start yelling at Stacy, dude, get out the vehicle, park it. He comes flying by us to the back of this dealership, and the dealership had a big fence behind it where it was split with another business, and evidently the service department would park vehicles to be worked on along this fence, and there's breaks in the fence as far as cars aren't side by side by side. There's 4 and 5 spots here and there that nothing's parked in. Stacy comes by us laughing with his fist up against her steering wheel. He then gets close to the fence, turns the steering wheel, takes his foot and kicks the e-brake, which locks the back tires on this van, and he power slides it up against the fence. A stunt driver couldn't have done this any better. So he gets it up against the fence, jumps out, shuts the door, runs to the vehicle and says, we gotta go, we gotta go. We all, run back to the car, we take off. We take off because we realize there are cameras all around this dealership, and we are probably in a lot of trouble. Well, Stacy is. I guess we're accomplices, but we didn't tell him to do it. So, anyway, as we're leaving, being kids and being spooked, we start hearing like sirens. Because in Fayetteville, that's not a hard noise to listen for. They're everywhere. So anyway, we take off, and everybody. He kept telling everybody about the free test drive he got at the dealership after hours. So yeah, there's that one. If you ever went anywhere with Stacy, you were going to have a good time. It's probably one of the most full of life people I ever was lucky enough to come across growing up. Whew.